So, we're going to be trying something a little different for this week's video, and that is going to be quite simply, we are going to attempt to make a rather creepy or disturbing image in a relatively short amount of time using very inconvenient methods. Now this idea was inspired by a recent video by the YouTube channel known as Unus Annus. If you don't know what that channel is, it's not a huge deal, but they basically are running a channel for about a year before they delete it, and they're doing a wide variety of things before then. And I decided, for one thing, might as well see if I can get this to be noticed by the channel. And also I thought this would be an interesting thing to do for a video. So, let's get to it. Alright, well now here we are, and we have managed to get a picture of me in my stairwell, and we applied a filter to it with the original image. So now we are going to not share, but save said image. But now I've got that done, and it is time to do the fun part. Alright, well the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the Twitter of the incredibly talented Trevor Henderson, and we are going to be able to find one of these images to use in here, because I'm not nearly as talented as he is at making something like this. Alright, so here is our initial image here of our fun family friend here. I went to a bit of an older post of his to make sure I could get something that not everybody else was going to use. Okay, well that's close enough. And we're gonna sticker make that. We're gonna drop that one. And then we're going to load Bungus. Go to stickers. I tried this with another one, but I didn't like the look of the other one. Now the angle makes this a little weird, especially based on how we're going to size it in a way that makes sense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find a way to crop this a little bit, which I'm going to do in a very time inefficient way, really. We are going to magic select a piece of this image that basically will include will include most of the image, just not this part, so that way I can layer it over him. We're going to move our friend, fun family friend of fun times, excitement, and children's laughter, is going to be put, I think, about here, right? We're going to leave that. And now comes the interesting challenge of attempting to line this up close enough. Okay, good. It is aspect ratio locked, so at least it'll be a little easier. Now this just requires me to not be stupid, which is a rather hard demand for me, but we may be able to make it work. So we've got our friend there. He's a little cut off. I don't love that that's there. I don't love that that's there. Let me see what I can do about that. Alright, we're going to try something a little interesting here. A little stupid probably, but we're going to see if we can basically use these tools as a darkening thing, because as I said, this is meant to be like the lowest budget possible type of way to do this. So this is going to kind of work as a shadow to try and get rid of a little bit of this appearance here. And we're going to try and blend it in a little bit with the rest of the image. I might actually be able to do all of the work in here. So I could almost just say I'm doing this entire thing with Microsoft Paint. Now this guy, this entire area just needs to be made a little darker. Okay, I've redone a little bit of the sides, and now we're actually going to look at effects, because that might help the rest of this. I looked at them a bit before, and I think we're going to go with this candy one. It's kind of odd that the one named after something you'd expect to be kind of bubbly actually kind of fits for this. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to darken this area very slightly. Alright, this is what we've got right now. I've managed to darken a significant portion of the image. He's fitting in pretty well. And now I'm actually going to add a little bit of my own touch to the creature itself, which is I'm going to give it very dimly red eyes. Almost to make it look like he's bleeding out of his eyes a little bit. That would be kind of interesting. Oh, that. Yeah, okay, I'm starting to see it now. It's kind of dark, so if you're not in a good position while you're watching this, it may be difficult to see, but I've definitely got him kind of bleeding out of his eyes at this point. Alright, well, I think that's most of what we're going to do for this part. I'm going to bring it into another program now and see if there's any other finishing touches we can add. Alright, so we've now got it in this other program. And unfortunately, there's a bunch of things that are locked away for people who aren't premium members, and I'm no premium member, because this is low budget, so we're just going to have to look at some of the other adjustments we can make to this to see what else we can do to enhance the experience. You can kind of see all the things I did there if you do that. I don't think I'm going to adjust the brightness too much, because if I do, then he's just going to leave visibility entirely. I think this might be about all that we're going to do for this one, though I think I'm going to touch up the reds on the eyes a little bit more, because I think some of the things I did here adjusted that a little too much, but aside from that, I think we're just about done. Alright, well, here we go. We have managed to make our final product here, entitled spooker.png, with the fun family friend in the background, the rest of this desaturated, most of the bright background gone or in the shadows. For doing this with pretty much all free software, I don't think we did too badly, so hopefully this will get noticed. And if nothing else, I hope you enjoyed watching me make this, regardless of whether you're watching it for the challenge or not. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. До свидания.